So in this episode, I asked 3 of my homegirls to answer 2 questions from me in 2 different worlds. What annoys you most about singlehood? Girl, please get out my head. Me and my personalities were literally just in the middle of talking about it. We are annoyed at the fact we gotta spend our own money and depend. All right. You know what? I don't care about the sound. If the sound, the noise, pick up from the fan, it's all good. I really, honestly, I can't. I want to be so comfortable when doing these because, like, I'm in a bed, but like, and I got jeans on, but I can't really be comfortable unless I'm like not in my regular clothes. Anyway, because I gotta sit up proper and so you can see me and all that. Grab my phone because I need that. Let's see. What do I want to say first before I miss this all recording? Yeah. So yeah, guys, turn the fan on. I'd rather have my body heat regulated than having to keep stopping. Yeah, what's up, y'all? Nicole here, and in this video, what's up, y'all? Nicole here, and in this video for this episode of Single Season Sessions, you know, I'm getting used to it. By this time, I may have released the show by now. You might have seen an episode or 2 or 3. I'm not sure. But because it's something about today, it's just calling me to just, like, you know, just go ahead and do it. And I'm trying to figure out the best way and how I want to do it, but let me just get into this topic though. And another thing, because this is actually my second time filming this specific episode, because I'm realizing I might need to start filming when I'm in my Ludio. Get to the point, since that's what we call it now. We want to be all proper and whatnot. Why are we trying to be all fancy now? I don't. And why we got men in our business? No, let them think it's when, but nah. But because that's the conversation around, it's just like, I guess it's like, you know, a thing, I guess, online. But let me tell you something. I'm a pretty regulated individual, right? Not anymore. My tolerance is very low for a lot of things in my life. Like, my tolerance is very low, and so it shows now in my cycle, my moon. It shows, and I embrace it. You know what I'm saying? It's very all over the place. It's not a steady thing as far as like if I'm, you know, if my emotions are going to be built. I just know that this week specifically, baby, the irritation was up to here. And now I feel like I'm coming down off of that high, but like everything is still irritating me. You know what I mean? Like when I say everything's, like the way that you talk is irritating me. The way that you look, I don't like the words you're using. Okay, I don't like what you're talking about. You're taking too long. I'm getting impatient. It's just a lot. But I've noticed. I haven't been keeping full track, but I'm pretty sure. I think it is. But I was gonna say what I was saying. I think it will be very great for me to actually, like, let me just film during my, like, when I'm PMSing during my little phase, because, like, again, like I said, but it's not the same every month. It really ain't the same. I don't always have emotional roller coasters. I just said my tolerance is so low these days. So low. So things just get triggered. I'll be like, I mean, get irritated, agitated, and impatient. I'm not usually an impatient person just in general. That's why I'm saying, like, it's hit me later on in life. My tolerance for things are just low. And I've already said that. Get to the point. See, if I was watching this video right now in my luteal phase, I would be like, get to the point. Get to the point. Get to the point. Anyway. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, wanting to film during my luteal, because I just want to get it off my chest. So I'm likely to, like, be able to, you know. But like I said, this is my second time filming this specific episode 4. Literally, when I filmed it the other day, I knew I was rushing, and not only was I was rushing to try and hurry up and get it edited. So I wasn't even being patient in my filming. I just was like thinking about the editing process, and thinking about the editing process, I'm like, oh my God, like I just wanted to get it done with, right? And I filmed one video that day, and I mean, I had my shirt on backwards. That was intentional because I liked the way that the shirt looked. I liked it on backwards, but like I wore pants, and the pants, like, they didn't match. Like, this, it wasn't an outfit that I would wear on a normal, like, this is a normal day-to-day, like, type of, I have jeans on and you know, just a top, blah blah blah. And I don't do jeans either, but I'm saying, like, this is just like a normal, I mean, I do jeans now, but I'm getting used to it. But yeah, it was just like the pants that I had on, they were very, very comfortable. It's to be relevant. But the point is that the outfit, it wasn't something I would step outside in. But it was okay for on camera visual wise. But baby, I was like, this is not. And then sometimes I really don't know how I'm going to end up filming. Like, if you're going to see my whole outfit, you're going to see parts. Sometimes you might get both. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that in my editing, that pops up. But yeah, let's get into this video. We're already 7 minutes in. All right. What's up, y'all? Nicole here, and in this video for episode 4 of Single Season Sessions, we are discussing, chit-chatting about having a conversation. Well, I guess the conversation, I mean, we're me and you, because, you know, we are in a relationship, me and you, right? I explained that in the introduction video. And that this is also a relationship in itself. But I'm going to be looking at my phone. I'm so glad I organized this. Okay, I organized this into a gallery, so I already have the responses together. All right, so in this episode, I asked 3 of my homegirls to answer 2 questions from me in 2 different worlds. Now, what I mean by 2 different worlds is that, you know how when we're on social media, it's kind of like we're in one type of world or dimension, and then you hop onto a whole different app, and it's a completely different environment, vibe, spirit going on. Yeah, it's that type of thing. So that's what I mean by that, because that's how I feel like when I be going into like how you act on one platform is not really how you engage in content or even create content on another platform. So it's that type. You understand. All right, so the question is, I sent, like, I texted them, and then I told them check your DMs. The first question I'm gonna read what they responses. I'm gonna let y'all know as well my outlook on this as well, and you can let me know yours too in the comment section. But the first question is, what annoys you most about singlehood? Answer me your truth, comma, oh wait, no, answer me, comma, your truth. Kissy face emoji, kiss lips emoji, and sprinkle emoji. And then I said, then check your DMs. Who is this? Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh my. I'm sorry. I just look because I already know that her response is okay. Her response is a whole video in itself. Like the topic idea in itself. Cause yeah. But okay. She said, girl, please get out my head. Me and my personalities were literally just in the middle of talking about it. And she says, we are annoyed at the fact we gotta spend our own money and depend solely on ourselves. No one to lean on if need be. What are those things called? Oh my God, parentheses. Oh, why I went blank. Okay. Parentheses. Not parentheses, not that niggas was much help in the first place, comma, which is why we're here. And close parentheses. But I digress. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. All caps. I'm broke, Kev. I can't. And I'm trying. Let me stay on focus, because this is why I say that response in itself is a whole video idea or this conversation to begin with. But my response is just because she's so freaking. This is one of my old roommates. She is so. I love her. My response naturally, I legitimately bust out laughing. And I said, yo, I'm speechless. I'll put up the screenshots and all that. And I said, my phone said not that nice wasn't much, but that was typo. Okay, anyway, so and then so when I told her to check her DMs, the girl went over to Instagram. And the second question is, what you love the most about being single. Riddle me something real. Okay. That's a heart. What a oh, that was something different. And she literally responded, the gift from lottery ticket. What's his name? Brandon T. Jackson? Yeah, Brandon T. Jackson and Bow Wow. And I'm like, bro, stop. My eyes is bugging out. Like, I legitimately, like, all caps, I'm broke, Kev. I can't. I'm busting out laughing because me and her been having this conversation. Well, when we talk about men, and because I think she is an active dater, but you know, this is one of her biggest things. But she's not the only one. I think there are a lot of women that feel like this, and it brings us into the conversation about when it comes to money and men and expectations. And is why when I mentioned in a previous episode, it's not so much that it's a touchy subject. It's more that, you know, when it comes to money and finances, it's a real conversation. Finances is one of the leading causes of divorce. But I think also there's another layer underneath that. If we want to be completely honest, I don't think it's just the finances. It's not. It's more to it. It's more so why we're really together. And not if I really like, what are we really in this for, and what are we really in this for? Do we really actually love each other and want to be with one another and stick it out, thug it out with one another? Or, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of different circumstances, situations, people change. And when we are really loving someone in the different seasons of their life, you don't really know how they may respond to we don't know how we're going to respond in certain seasons in our life, right? So our behaviors change, and maybe people get lazy, or there's a lack of ambition, a lack of motivation, and then you're having to pick up somewhere where, you know, maybe this wasn't necessarily your main role, and so you're having to fill in for, you know, the other person, and doing certain things that you may not were doing on a dominant level before. But honestly, I just really think that there's so many different levels and layers. I can't speak for when you actually find yourself in that position and you're actively seeing your partner, your spouse, even if you know the love of your life, and they're shifting and changing, and it seems like they're morphing into something that is just like, I didn't really sign up for this. Can't get that. I just think the finance, that doesn't have. I mean, that's a part of this episode. I mean, we can do a separate video about it, but I'm just really, and I'm speaking off of the dome right now because I didn't do no notes, or anything like that. Just have the screenshots from the questions that I asked these girls, these women. So I just think that the finance thing is layered. It's layered in communication. It's layered in how we're both responding to one another in different seasons of our lives, how we're responding with ourselves, how we're responding to our partner, and et cetera, et cetera. So I think there's it's a lot. And look, being with somebody, I mean, doing life with somebody really, it's a huge commitment. Like, those vows are real. Like, that's why I just, like, you don't play around. You don't play around with marriage. Don't play around with it. Because then when I say that, part of me wants to then go into like the whole relationship thing. Like, you You just gotta, it's hard to, I don't think it's hard to know if you know, like, oh no, I'm certain about this person, this individual. Because I think when you meet someone and you really, you know, the connection is deeper than similarities of likes, hobbies, and interests and stuff like that. When we really just go beneath the surface of the natural chemistry, the natural compatibility, not compatibility of like hobbies and things like that, but the compatibility of, again, our values and our morals and what's important to us. Like, I want someone that I can depend on, and I need someone to, I want someone to depend on me, and I want to depend on someone. I want to do this with someone. In all the different stages and seasons of my life, regardless of the changes and everything like that, because stuff is going to change. Things are going to happen, and it's going to affect us in different ways, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. I want someone who will be here and do their best, aim and desire, have that passion and that drive to really want to do their best to try and see me in this season, to work with me in this season, to help heal me in this season, and vice versa, you know. Yeah, marriage is relationship, companionship. It's well, I'm gonna say it's more than just companionship. It is companionship for sure, having, you know, someone you got my back. It's also the mission, right? The common mission, the common. But let me focus. Or the time is about that. But let me continue. This girl, I she said, "Man, I can't spend nobody else's money." But okay, and again, the money part. There is a way to go about it when it comes to bringing in the money conversation in the courting and dating stages. I will say, I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. I don't think you need to be expecting anything. For, if anything, when it comes to me, I give everybody the bare minimum. I under not underestimate, as far as like, I always overestimate in my opponent. But I'm saying, like, I always, I look at everything and everyone outside of me of like, you're going to come with this much. Like, you're not going to go above and beyond and do me the way that I'm going to do me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not going to depend on whether I know you or not to treat me and pay for X, Y, and Z or whatever. Now, this is also in different seasons of my life as well, because it even goes as far to even say, are we even accepting dates where we don't even feel like that would be like, is that going to meet up to our standards or whatever? You know what I'm saying? But I just say, always have your, you know, always have your own log, just in general. If you know, if you're a dater and you're going out there, and you know, you can't expect someone else to, you know, pay. Like, you go and walk up to the gas station, you gotta go inside of the gas station to go and you know, I want to go buy some snacks, some goodies. I want to gotta pay for my gas. I'm walking into the gas station. I'm not gonna expect this man or this woman to hold the door for me when I go up there. But it would be nice if you did, if you're before me. Oh, it stopped. Okay, all right, got it. I'm about to say, let me turn this incense off. Let me. Okay. All right, Aleigha. Ooh, yeah, look at these. She's so cute. Make sure she got it for me. I put my incense in it. It's my incense holder. This is myrrh. And then this brown one, sandalwood. It's cute though. I love it. Okay. Did I was moisturizing myself up. Now I feel something on my body butter. I make my own body butter. I freaking love. What's that in her foot? I love body butter. And I love making my own body butter. It just hit different, you know? So but yeah, the money conversation. I would say, honestly, yeah, if you are a dater, I think that now in the courting stages, and we'll do a video on that because I guess there's a difference between dating and courting. I don't know. Everything about all of this, this really don't stress y'all out. This don't stress me out. Because like I say, I'm the type of person where I'm just like, I'd rather just be a friend. I was more like this, growing up. And then, again, when you're then now being intentional about like, okay, what we really doing here? What am I really wanting here? Am I trying to like grow here with someone else? Not just for family purposes, if that's, a thing that you want to do. Like, well, I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I mean, not everybody wants children, but you know what I'm saying? That's not the only reason to get married. I think that there's it just depends on what you're doing in your life and why you're doing it, how you're doing it. That's what I'm getting at with that. Where was I going? Let's just the money. The money. Let's get to the bag. Dating, yeah, in the courting stages and stuff like that. There's a certain way that and look, I speak for the men and the women perspective because I'm a woman who is interested in men. And so that's the perspective I'm speaking from. I noticed as I was editing, I'm like, when people feel left out, whether your PFC is fully developed or not, I just think that, you gotta catch it, and shift the perspective and make it work for you and use common sense. But it's mainly bots on the internet where that be. Internet nowadays is just it's just conversation fuelers, you know what I'm saying? It's like nobody with a real brain and compassion and especially if they're mature and their whole brain is developed, even if not, I don't underestimate an underdeveloped prefrontal cortex. Like, you're still smart. You're very wise. The experiences up until now, this point, have shown you time and time again to read the room. If it don't apply, let it fly. And look at it from a different perspective. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, back to this money thing. I just, if it's a first meeting, first date basis and whatnot. But I don't know. I think there's just also a common courtesy. Everything is situational. But I also think it's a common courtesy of like, if you invite somebody to do something, I'm not asking you to go on a date. I'm not planning no dates. Like if I invite you over to my house, and I'm saying just this is a separate type of scenario. It's not necessarily like, oh, somebody I'm dating or anything. Like, no, like if I invite you over to my house, I'm going to offer you some water. I'm going to offer you some tea, some coffee. I mean, you want soda? I mean, I might even, get some soda for you if you want some ginger ale or something like that. I mean, it's just a common courtesy. Like, you're in my home. I want, you to feel comfortable. I mean, I ain't going out of my way to go down there. Like, you want to ride to the store with me, we can go. And depending on how long you're going to be here, you know what I'm saying? What I got, but I'm going to offer you something. I ain't gonna, and like I said, I don't know. But like I said, and I'm not saying that this is the case for, my old roommate that, she expects like on first date. I'm saying this is a popular conversation on internet. I understand the internet feeds the internet, just like I was mentioning earlier about the we're not going there. We're not. But the internet be feeding the internet. And it's just a bunch of egg fay, accountes, and it's like, what are y'all talking about and why? And then y'all be eating this up and then making whole think pieces about it, and nobody in the real world is actually moving like this. I promise you. You got a select few, but it ain't the majority. Don't let the internet formulate your reality. I'm telling you. You got to look at the type of women and men that you actually know in your life. Now, then that's a whole different story. It depends on what you're actually seeing in your real. I'm not discrediting anything that you are actually experiencing in your life and that you have dealt with these men. You know what I'm saying? And usually those people, they're probably they're doom scrollers. But yeah, the whole money thing. Yeah, but you notice how the question is, what annoys you most about any noise annoys an oyster, but a noisy noise annoys the most. Any noise annoys an oyster, but a noisy noise annoys an oyster most. Any noise annoys a moist. I ended up saying moisture. I was gonna say any noise annoys a moisture. It's a thing. It's a thing. I said, okay, yeah. I said, what annoys you most about singlehood? Answer me your truth. And then I said, to check your DMs. And I told you what her response is. And then this is on Instagram. And I say, what you love the most about being single? These are the two different questions, right? And I say, riddle me something real. The girl said the same thing. Because she not even reading. Talk about some bad as hell. I can't spend nobody else some money. And so then what I was saying with that was, that's when you then, you get into a relationship and y'all are, I mean, to be honest, like, I think a real man, he don't want you to. This is just me, and this is the type of man that I've encountered in life. Even like on a friendship level, on a intimate, interest type of level, the men in my life have just always, now, I'm going to be transparent. I have been in situations. My male friends, though, have always paid that way forward. But I'm going to be very transparent. I have been in situations where I'm coming out of my pocket. You know what I mean? And it puts you, as a woman, it puts you in a certain mode. However, this is why, again, the relationship that we have with ourselves, which is what single season sessions is really about. Yes, singlehood. However, and like I said before, I'm keep saying because reminders are important, right? Reminders are important, right? Reminders are important. Ding ding. What was I saying? Singlehood. What I was saying is that yes, it's about single season. However, and really single season sessions, the core of it is about relationships. And first is the relationship that we have with self. Okay, I'm very big on that. Very, very big on that. But that's a story for another day, like the introduction video. Whenever that happens. Well, again, so then she finally reads and she's like, oh, what I love the most. I mean, all cap. I glow. Okay. I'm the most happy, mentally clarified, and level-headed, physically healthy. All caps, richest. I'm on my way back now. That's in parentheses. And get finer than ever each time. Skin clear, ass fana, stomach flana. What more can I ask for? Emoji. Yeah, that I don't know what to call that emoji, but she'd be like, that emoji. But yeah, okay, so that was her. That's her response. It's very true. In our single season, singlehood, we really do glow more. Now, I will say this again, depending on why you're in your single season. When it comes to being single, there are many different reasons why you, me, him, and Ha might be single. We are coming out of different chapters in our life. We are writing new ones. We, like, currently, like what we're doing right now, we're entering into new phases and chapters of our life. You know where it is that you've been. You know what it is that you, where you want to go and where you are. So being single can come after a relationship, after a long-term relationship, after a marriage. Some people are widowed, so some people have never been married. Some people desire marriage. Some people don't desire marriage. Some people are single and they're currently not even desiring, to be in a long-term committed, serious relationship, and some are. So it's all, you know, it's very distinct to you and your journey, and also that can look different at different seasons of your life. And this is why I state in the first episode of Single Season Sessions that the art of being single, the art in being single, is the intentionality behind it. Being intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, not just consciously aware of the fact, oh, I'm single, I'm by myself, I ain't got nobody to depend on, and ain't nobody gotta depend on me, I'm free. You know, like, it's more than that. It's, you know, what do I need to focus on with myself and my high power? Okay? The Most High. What we need to work on. Let me know. What we need to, like, you know, what season are we coming out of? Where are we going? What do we really want here? So that's the intentionality. It can look, what is that out the window? To the window. Okay, focus, Aleigha. It was a thing with wings. I don't know. Anyway, moving forward. All right, I asked my other friend. I don't know who is this. What? Okay, and it's question. What annoys you most about singlehood? Answer me your truth. Then check IG. Oh, I know who this is. Okay, most annoying thing is not having someone. And the reason I say this is because the other person that I asked, that's my Venusian baby. Like, she gave a response. Okay, but this is, you one of my best friends. I love her so much. I've known all these girls like before college age years. You know what I mean? Like, that time frame, like either then or like before then type. So I've known these women for a long time. But most annoying is not having someone I can call when times are hard. Who am I gonna call? Oh, my batteries. Okay. Let me change the battery and then I'ma finish the story that I was about to. I'll figure out. I'm figure it out. That's what I'm. But you can't use my hair, okay? And I get to look messy, but I want it to be purposely messy. Because if it's gonna be all over the place, I ain't gonna make it be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But I forgot what I think. Oh, I think I kind of forgot what I was actually going to say. Let me think. Oh, I remember because I mentioned the whole thing, how it puts a woman specifically in a element, or I should just say anyone, yeah, a woman, in an element where they're having to be the sole, like the doer, you know, of the relationship. It will put you in a certain element when, you know, you're with a man. Like I said, I've been transparent. I've experienced both. My thing is also is that where I want to get at with this, so I don't get too off track and continue with this video. There is a oh yeah, the intentionality in the single season. That's what I was saying, because that comes with the reflection work of really being conscious and aware of how we even attracted that situation where we're the ones doing, let's just, you know, I'm speaking for women right now, where we're the ones doing more, you know, like we're being the man, and doing the extra heavy lifting and work and all that. Because now again, it your prerogative, whatever, you know, floats your boat, you know. I think that, but just being aware of the which version, which side of ourselves are we leading with in the world, and how we also expect the world to treat us. Like I mentioned in previous episodes, there's always going to be a dominant leading energy, feminine or masculine. We carry both. I think it is a very wise thing, and not even just a wise thing, it's a very healing thing to be balanced in both masculine and feminine. I think it is very sexy. A man who is very in tune with his feminine energy. And a lot of men they really are, and they want to, like, this is why when they're sick, they act like the world is just, I mean, like, pain is like it is out to get them. What I'm really getting at with this, oh, I know it zoomed out a little bit. Wait, let's see. Let's zoom it in. It zooms out when I restart it, but yeah, I think that, you know, men, they act like big babies when they sick. Like the biggest of babies. Because at the end of the day, we all want to be held. At the end of the day, we all want our mother. We all want to be held, and we all want to know that it's going to be okay. And we want to know that we're cared for and loved and seen and heard and felt, and that we're being received. Because the essence, honestly, feminine energy, literally, I saw a butterfly as I was about to say, it just caught me off guard. But feminine energy is like really the base and the core of, I just think that what we want, and that we truly are, and we put on this mask, this shell, literally the physical, literally we put on this suit of armor, you know what I'm saying, to have this physical, you know, earthly experience. And so but again, the root of just, I guess, if you know, go deeper and deeper, you know, the again, because these energies, they're like this, the masculine, the feminine, right? But I think that the feminine energy, it's a very healing, it's a healing thing, bruh. And when all things desire and choose to be in harmony and work with the feminine energy, and not try to control and restrict and predict and be so fixed and rigid with it, and just allow the feminine energy to be and do what it does best, which is to keep you on your toes. It's a bit intimidating, it's a bit scary, just not having control over things. You know, we know this in our own lives, the things that we, you know, deal with on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes that lack of control can really, you know, get to us. But what I'm saying with that is, when we allow ourselves to just allow that feminine energy to be what that feminine energy is, and work in harmony, just work with her, not against her. Work for her, not, you know, telling her what to do. That's just an analogy. Like, is that an analogy? Yeah, that's just an example. That's an example of, you know, what I mean. This is why it's like when a man and woman, they come together, he's coming into her world. I mean, this is how I see it. This is how I see it. Like, you want to make it all about her? Yeah. Yes. Because what are you here for? I'm not saying, ooh, is that triggering? It shouldn't be. But that's a very flattering thing, because, and it's also, men know what I'm talking about. Men who really honestly are in this state, and they have something outside of themselves that they really, honestly, if they have children at the very least, they you understand what it is that I'm saying here. Because when it's not just about you, you're doing it for something else, for someone else. Like, someone depends on you, relies on you. Everything you do is literally for them. Like, and it does something. It does something for you. It's very healing for you, and you know that they're there to comfort you. They're there to big you up about it. They're there to appreciate, you know, the what you're doing. And not just that, you feel fulfilled and purposeful. Like, oh, I'm useful. I'm doing something. Yeah, baby. You know about it. This is what it's about. Yeah. But again, this is a perspective thing. I am gonna keep saying that, but specifically as a man to a woman, a real man will can admit that. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, yeah, I'm doing it for her. Like, what? That's my woman. Like, whatever she want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, happy life, what is it? No, happy wife, happy life. I kid you not. I heard a man at, oh my God, one of my old jobs. I heard a man actually say this. Now, I said, oh my God, the internet might be a real place, because this is something that you will hear online. Like I said, I don't know these type of men, but I encountered one of these characters out frolicking around in the streets, and they came in my job, and they were talking with someone else that I work with, and saying something about the whole happy wife, happy life thing, and that they don't subscribe to that. I'm gonna just keep moving forward. I don't understand, but anyway, so yeah, I asked my girl that, yeah, the what annoys you most about singlehood, and then yeah, most annoying is not having someone I can call when times are hard. And it's about the companionship, the sharing, what's on our heart and our mind, sharing our emotions and our thoughts. Like, oh, I just wanna lay all my burdens on you. What we do, we need somebody there to help us carry the load, and that's a normal and natural thing. And it's beautiful when we can have a companion to do that with, But my response was like, girl, when I be waking up anxious sometimes, it pisses me off. Because I just want to be a big baby and cry to someone. Like, literally. And this is what I say about the big baby. At the end of the day, we want to be at the end of the day, we just want to cry to our mama. You know what I'm saying? So just having that person there, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that they're there, first of all, in the back of my mind, like, I know I got somebody, and then being able to, like, pick up the phone, be like, babe, I can't, okay, I'm gonna see you in the guild, or, whatever, like, oh, we come over, or I'm on my way, or whatever, that type of vibe. Like, and like I was saying about the men being big babies when they sick, like, the world is ending. Their world is ending when I don't know what pain feels like to men. It really, honestly, I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's a lot of, it could be a lot mentally. It don't even matter if it's a psychological thing. It's still real, and it still, hits you, like. But that they be acting. Okay, anyway, I don't know. Don't you invalidate my feel. I'm not. Okay. What you love the most about being single? Riddle me something real. This same girl. Second girl. Second question. And she says, I love being able to be selfish. No, that emoji did. I love being able to be selfish. And we have talked about that a plethora. I was going to say a plenty. Yeah, we have talked about that a plenty of times in this season, in these sessions so far to this point. But yeah, the selfishness, because it is a selfish season. Single season sessions is a selfish season. It's all about me. It's all about me. Well, I gotta hurry up because I gotta do my thumbnail. Where's the road? Where's the road? There's no road here. I was gonna say, where's the sun? The sun is setting. Oh my God. You know exactly where that's from. If you know where that's from, you know where that's from. What's understood ain't got to be what. Alright, so what annoys you most about singlehood? Answer me your truth. And then check the gram. Okay, so this is their girl. This is my cousin. This is my Venusian baby. Okay, so she says, honestly, and I'm not laughing at what she said just because this is my Venusian baby, and I'm just like, the response, first of all, is a paragraph, like, thank you. Well, actually, my other girl gave me, yeah, she gave me it's that second one. It's that second one giving me one sentence. Like, have you no depth? But I expect that from her. Anyway, okay, so I'm talking about you. Okay, so anyway, honestly, I think it's just the fact that I worry sometimes that I'll never have a husband, but then other times I'm like, I would like a husband. I don't know if she meant, would I like a husband? Um, Meaning, honestly, I think it's just the fact that I worry sometimes that I'll never have a husband, but then other times I'm like, I would like a husband. You understand and see why I'm reading that as like, would I like a husband? You know, because it's like she's starting off with saying that she'll worry if sometimes she will never have a husband. So if that worry is there, it's because she wants one. So yeah, anyway, I didn't ask to clarify. I sent this stuff over a month ago. But anyway, so that's irrelevant. Okay, anyway, so ellipses. Simply put, it's probably the waiting for the unknown future and trusting God's timing. Face emoji. I have several crash outs all the time over this. And I responded with the face emoji, or that's how I reacted to the message. And I said, not crash outs. And I was saying, thanks for responding. By the way, I understand what you mean. The waiting, wondering. My thing be, am I even gonna like somebody? When I say that episode 4 is my problem child, baby, I mean ever since before even starting film, when we started filming for the first time. This is the second time I filmed this video. I think I put that earlier in the video. I think I did, yeah. Oh, baby, me in this video, it got to a point where me in this video literally stared each other in the face for a whole entire week and nothing got done. Because every time that I opened up my laptop to get it done, the computer just, for the spinny wheel, that rainbow spinny wheel, turns out one of the files from the film session, this session, is corrupted. So I had to do a little razzle dazzle, twinkle twinkle, little star, little sprinkle here and there, and try to figure out how to make this work without having to start all over from the beginning, because that wasn't happening. But I think I found a solution. The astrology girlies will say Mercury Retrograde, and I agree. Because I kid you not, including the shadow period. Yeah. All jokes aside, seriously. That's why I just have to take my time. I take my time dealing with technical issues and stuff like that. Because I notice, I'm going to let you in on something. I notice when I am filming or editing, a lot of the things that I be talking about, I be having real life experiences in real time, not during the filming process, but in the editing. Usually, like whenever I get around to editing it, I'm noticing some of the things I'm speaking on, I'm having real life experiences. So the things I create it's not just for you, it's for me as well. It's for all of us. It's a healing creative expression. Blessedly though, I was able to edit majority of the corrupted file clip before the computer actually started freezing, the actual editing program software, because I could see the clip only when certain things were plugged in. If it wasn't plugged in, I couldn't see it, blah blah blah. Okay, I was like, okay, we'll work with this, boom boom boom. But I just kept on editing, and then eventually I was like, well, let me see if I can go back to the original source, like the clip on the SD card, and then re-upload it. But basically it was like the file doesn't exist because it's corrupted. It let me do it the first time, but it gets corrupted now. So, now we're here. I got like 6 more minutes to chop and screw and edit of this clip. But blessedly, I'm just glad that I was able to preserve the 40 some odd minutes that I already edited. Because who's editing a whole other video again? Who's doing that? Oh my god. Oh, literally god. Like, what? I thank you so much for watching and listening. If you're still here, it's already like 40 something minutes into the video, and I appreciate you and your time. You could be anywhere right now, and you're choosing to be here. Alright, let's continue this video. My thing be, am I even gonna like somebody? I'm really gonna for cracking out loud face emoji. Like, it take a lot just to get to that point for me. Crying face emoji, or crying laughing out loud emoji, whatever you want to look at. 2 times. Moving forward, and she says, yeah, I'll start watching something cute and then get in my feelings about it. Where is my But yeah, sometimes I'm like, I wouldn't be able to maneuver freely all the time, comma. So just be appreciative of the season I'm in, ellipses, I guess. Mind you, none of these people know that I'm doing. Nobody, they know now. But yeah. So that's what she says, and then I was about to give my viewpoint on that, but this is how I responded. I said, heavy on the free time, me time, my time. Why stop? I don't know what it cut off. Whatever. So yeah, heavy on the free time, me time, my time. Swear such a process shifting from that once coupled, because it's no longer just about me. I get the bittersweetness of it. Enjoy that blessing. To have someone is also a blessing, comma, only the right one though. Period. He's coming though. Less than sign number 3. Less than sign. Wait, no, wait. How did? Hey, my girl, my girl. Yeah, y'all know the song. So like, she, girl, the you. Anyway, move forward for sure. Period. And then I said, "Oh, you're romantic, little crying face, happy crying face, tears, puppy dog eyes, puppy dog eyes, puppy dog eyes emoji. Yeah, just what it is. I love me a good rom com on a serious love or a serious love story." That's realistic. Like The Notebook is a classic. Listen, The Notebook is a very realistic story, okay? I don't care what nobody said. I think The Notebook has a lot of elements to it that we experience in real life. It was a very healthy balance of pure love and pure, it was like the purity of the love and the purity of the intention, and she allows him to pursue her and chase her, and he is doing that, and he never stops. Like, I am, listen, when it comes to a man pursuing a woman, the pursuit never stops. Even in the relationship, even in the marriage, he never stops pursuing her. I'm never supposed to stop receiving you, right? We're never supposed to stop receiving one another, right? Exactly. So why would we stop choosing one another? Why would we stop putting in action and going forth and toward one another, putting in that effort and even extra effort? You know what I'm saying? Like, making it very clear and known that, like, I'm here, I ain't going nowhere, you're mine, I'm coming for you, no. You know, and then there was a point in the movie where, you know, she had to go to him, and still in that, even with, oh, I was gonna say, because it's the right level of purity, but it's also the, oh, I had my mic turn, it don't matter. It what was I saying? Focus. A healthy level of purity and deception, because that mama, okay, all right. And however, also, it kind of worked its way in the way that it needed to. Oh my God, and the road that Miss Allie Hamilton was about to go down, my God, y'all know that was a narcissist screaming and ready and waiting to happen. What you mean? You okay. You think I'm going out here to go? You think I'm just like, I'm having a moment and I need to go and like have my last hoorah, you know? Like, what are you doing? Do you even really love me? There was something about that man, that character. I didn't. Something about him went right. Something about him went right. But hey, you let them go, and if they come back, oh, well, she was never his anyway. I think that's the point. But the movie, what I'm saying is that the movie in itself portrayed those elements in a very creative, not just creative, but diverse way. You know, like they showed the intricacies of the purity of the deception, of divine timing, of regret, of, you know, when something or someone is really yours and what that looks, like, it's really honestly nothing you can really do about like, they were meant for one another. And again, like I said, he pursued her the whole movie. Like I said, yes, there was a moment where she had to go, and pop up at the house.
Seabrook.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, she's like, you didn't write me. I wrote you every freaking day. You didn't get none of my. Oh my god. But like I'm saying, but yes, I mean, she had to do that part, of I'm not saying that the woman never. That's why I say these lines get so blurred. It's not that the woman doesn't ever pursue. That's not, and I don't mean it in that way. That's the cognitive association, because I don't mean it like that. I mean, putting in work and action is what I mean. Not pursuing the man, but like putting in work and action. She receives him, he pursues her, and we're both receiving one another as well as putting in work toward one another, doing our part. But yeah, so I just, and he kept pursuing her even when she lost her memory. Like, he was like, no, this is my woman, this is my wife, this is the mother of my children, this is my world. And he just up in this nursing home together forever. Like, and then I was trying to figure out, the last time I was watching that movie, was the nursing home his house that he like their house, like, that he, oh my god, he built her a house. That movie has so many elements of, like, oh my god. I mean, I don't think he didn't build it from scratch, but it don't matter. He made it for her. Like, he did it, like, he worked it and fixed it and remembered the things that she liked and what she wanted and like, and had it ready for her, is the point. Oh my lord, that's a whole, but I love me a good rom-com. That's what I was saying. But yeah, I think The Notebook is very realistic. There's a lot of just details within that movie that, like I said, is very prevalent in real life relation. That might be a little bit more dramatic. It might not even be as sentimental as it could be. But yeah, and it's depressing. Oh my god, and there was a layer of depressing thing. It was sad. Oh my lord, they just touched on oh my god, Rachel McAdams, that woman is so beautiful. I've been seeing her her shorts. I don't know if she did an interview. It could just be old, but that stuff was popping up. But yeah, anyway, so I just thought about that. But yeah, because she played Aleigha. Her face had just came to my mind. And I love Mean Girls. Love Mean Girls. All right, so let's see. Do I want to go into depth about anything else rom-com? I do. I love romantic comedies. I love a good romantic comedy. I've always liked a good romantic comedy. Cause I like the little funny, you know what I'm saying, with a nice love story. It's cute. Very demure. Okay. Is it, all right, what you love the most about being single? Riddle me something real. That girl did not respond. But then I thought about it and I was like, because her response was so long, I think that she naturally kind of gave that answer. So let me go back. Because the original question, what annoys you most about singlehood? And then what you love the most about being single? And so, yeah, I wouldn't be able to maneuver freely all the time. So being appreciative of the season that I'm in. And touch on that in previous episodes. Yeah, it's me time, my time. Selfishness, baby. Like, I'm good. Me, myself, and that is all I got to the end of time. I'm being your baby. All right, I'm getting tired. The sun is setting. The sun, it'll somewhere over the rainbow. Yeah. All right, that's it. What I need to say on this topic. before I grab that, I've had these video ideas already planned out before the release of this series. Now, this specific idea came sometime in the middle of, you know, already starting to film some of the first episodes and everything. But this cup right here, look, I need you, okay, give me some ideas for conversation. What y'all want to talk about? That's the point I'm saying here. Like, what do y'all want to talk about? Because the people, these are conversations. Like I said, we have a relationship, me and you, right? This is a relationship. All right. I'm Aleigha Nicole. I thank you for watching this video. I hope that you and your family and your pets and your children, them bad behind children, and I hope that your vehicles, your cars, and your trees. Oh goodness, go check on the trees in your yard. We have a tree in our yard. Oh my goodness. It had to have a growth spurt to the point where like it had to overcompensate for what these insects are doing and have been doing to this poor little tree. And I put it together. I'm like, that's why it probably had to have a growth spurt in the way that it did. I mean, our tree is like the tallest one on the block because this is a semi-new neighborhood. And so these were new trees when the neighborhood got first built. This tree did a whole growth spurt this season, earlier this year. And I can tell that the tree is a little bit sick because last summer, spring, we have these things. They look like hornets, but they're called cicada killers. You know, cicadas. They sound, oh my God, they're so healing to me. I love the way that cicadas sound, but I don't want to see them. But I love the way that they sound. But I guess that's one of their prey or whatever, and that's why they call them that. But those things they're huge. Like, they are huge. But yeah, they've been feeding off of that tree, living off that tree and everything like that. And I can tell it is because of them, because it was such an influx of them last year that on our specific tree, that specific tree. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't even know. Like, it's horrible. But yeah, check on your trees and your plants. Make sure you drink your water. Oh, I got water right here. I didn't even drink any of it. I got a bendy straw. I had frozen water. So it was a block of ice and I just let it chill and it melt there. So now it's like really cold. You can tell because it's sweating. All right, this is the end of this video. I'm just yapping. All right, I'm Aleigha Nicole and we will see each other in the next episode. Don't forget, okay? It's a relationship. Work with me, Bookie. All right, I love you as much as a person on the other end of a screen can love someone else on another end of the screen. And if you support this channel and support me as a whole, I genuinely do mean that. I really do. I'm a sarcastic I'm something, but I mean well, and I really do. I love you. Do I have anything else to say? I don't know, but you need to make up your mind before you. This is beyond the video at this point, okay? This is my external hard drive. Memories, pictures, things. I am over it.